In this video, I'll show you how to create an Excel scroll bar that automatically adjusts to your customer list. And it does that while displaying a fixed number of customers, say 5 customers at a time, as you can see on my screen right now. And this makes your chart flexible without any manual updates. So without further ado, let's begin. I have a data set consisting of customers and their respective sales. What I want to do is I want to create a bar chart that shows the last 5 customers in this list. So that means even if new entries are added to this list, our bar chart will always show the last 5. And this could also be controlled using a scroll bar. So in order to achieve this, we need a number of components. The first component is a series of helper cells. So the first helper cell is a cell for counting the number of customers in column A. And I'm going to put that in a random cell, say cell F1 in this case. And that's basically a very simple count formula, which all it does is counts the customers in column A with exception of the header, of course. So that formula is currently displayed on the screen, and I'm going to insert it in this case in cell F1 as so. Now that we inserted this, we're going to go ahead and create our scroll bar. So to do that, we have to go to the ribbon, we have to go to the developer, we have to go to insert and select this icon over here, which is a scroll bar. Now I'm going to draw a scroll bar, say over here. Now we have to right click on the scroll bar and go to format control. And here we have to adjust some values. Minimum value, I'll leave it as 0. Maximum value, in this case, I'll change it to 50 because I don't have a very large data set. You can adjust it to a smaller or larger number. Incremental change, I'll leave that at 1. And cell link, I'll link it to cell F2 in this case. I'll click on OK. So the scroll bar has been successfully linked to cell F2. And the third and last helper cell is a helper formula we're going to use in order to retrieve the last 5 values. And that helper formula is currently displayed on the screen over here. And I'm going to apply it to cell F3 in this case, just to keep things organized. There we go. And what this does is it takes the count of customers and subtracts it from 5, and it selects the maximum of 0 and the count subtracted by 5. And the reason for this max formula is to avoid having negative numbers. Okay, so now that we created our 3 helper formulas and we also created our scroll bar and configured it correctly, now it's time to create our 2 named formulas. To do that, we have to go to formulas in the ribbon and click on name manager. I've already created the named formulas in my Excel workbook. The 2 named formulas I've created are called customer names, which is for column A, and customer sales, which is the named formula for column B, the sales column. And those named formulas are currently displayed on the screen. So go ahead and create those 2 named formulas, which is very simple. And now I'll just briefly explain what this named formula does. So the name formula, say customer names, it starts at cell A2, which is the customer list, and it looks at the smaller value between F2 and F3. That's what it does in this section over here. And this helps it figure out how far to move down. This makes sure it never goes above row 0. And that explains why we created cell F3 over here. And from that starting point, it selects 5 rows down. And you'll see this in action a little bit later on as I create my bar chart. For right now, all you need to do is create these 2 named formulas. And the customer sales does something very similar, with the exception of customer sales starts at cell B2. So in summary, what these 2 named formulas do is they will help us show the 5 customer names starting from the position chosen in cells F2 and F3. Okay, we've created these. I'll X out of this. Now the last step is finally creating our bar chart. And I'll do that by going to Insert. I'll select the bar chart as so, and then I'll right click on it and go to Select Data. In the Legend Entries section, I'll click on Add. In the series name, I'll select Sales. In the series value, I'll click on this icon here. Now you have to click on any cell in the worksheet. It could be any random cell, and you have to delete everything that comes after the exclamation mark as so. And immediately after the exclamation mark, you have to input the name of the named formula for sales, which in this case, I named it customer sales. There we go, and I'll click on OK. There we go. Now we have to do the same thing for the horizontal axis. I'll click on Edit. Again, I'll click on any random cell. I will delete everything that comes after the exclamation mark. And immediately after the exclamation mark, I'm going to manually input the name of the name formula for the customer column, which in this case, the name is customer names. I'll manually input that. There we go. Click on OK. We're all done. Now I'll have to click on OK again. As you can see, this bar chart has successfully returned the last 5 values, that is the last 5 customers in this list along with their sales. So let me just clean this up a little bit. I'm going to add data labels. There we go. So as you can see, we have the last 5 customers. Now as I scroll left on the scroll bar, you can see we get the list of the previous 5. As you can see, the bar chart is designed to display customers in groups of 5. That means as I scroll left, it shifts to the previous or next group of 5 customers. So as you can see, we have the previous group of 5 customers. As I scroll left again, it once again goes to the previous group of 5 customers. I'm going to go ahead and just add a few more customers to this list just for demonstration purposes. So I'll add a customer, say, named Kyle. And let's say Kyle's sales are $856. There we go. We have Kyle here. So we have the last 5 customers. Let's add another customer. Let's say call that customer Jill. And Jill's sales are, say, $872. There we go. Once again, the last 5 customers only are being displayed in this bar chart. Let's add another customer. Let's call him Martin. And let's say Martin's sales are $756. As you can see, Martin is being displayed. And at any point of time, the last 5 entries, that is the last 5 customers in this list, are being displayed in our bar chart. And that's exactly what we want. Now let's scroll left on the scroll bar. Let's see what happens. There you go. As you can see, as I left click on the scroll bar, the bar chart shifts to the previous group of 5 customers. That allows you to navigate through the entire list in fixed size chunks. And as I scroll right, again, exactly same thing happened. It shifts to the next group of 5 customers, again, in fixed size chunks of 5 customers at a time. And that's exactly what we want, and that's what we're getting, and that's how it's done. I hope you found this video useful and got some value out of it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and also turn on notifications so you won't miss out on future videos. See you soon.